Hey y'all, it's your girl Millie Chan. Let's get into part 2 of the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion. Let's go. When Marlo said, "So Drew, you don't like girls?" And Drew's response was, "If I ever did," Drew, just come on out with it. It's okay. We're fine with it. And what is Sheree talking about? She never met the person, but they dropped it off. Did they put it in your mailbox? Did they slide it under the gate? And you just happened to be outside walking your dog and you saw an envelope? Like, what are you talking about, Sheree? Then for Monietta to say, "Drew, look at the text." And she doesn't even look at the text. Like, she passes the text down because she knows what's in the text. That's why she said, "Even if I did like girls." It's okay, Drew. Like, at some point, you're going to have to tell the truth, girl. Not Marlo and Sheree over here talking about the pamphlet. And the pamphlet is put together with scotch tape. And then she's talking about Candy's always coming for her. I really and truly don't remember Candy coming for her other than when she says she by Shein. Let me know if I'm missing something. And how does Ralph have such an embrace for Courtney? And so happy and just for Courtney. And he don't have none of that for Drew. And Allison is a true sister. I love Allison. And I'm so glad that she has shown up for her sister because Drew needed her in her corner, right? She needed Allison. I'm glad she's here. And I really wish she could have bopped. Y'all just finished that. Let's keep going. Kenya and the groceries. Okay. And it's never a secret with Candy. She is very open and fluid about what she does, right? So she probably is responsible for a lot of happy endings. I really hate that Sanya had a miscarriage with her baby, but I'm glad that she is beautiful and expecting now. But I really think she should not have included her baby in that because that made it so much harder for her. But I'm so happy for them now. And do we know what the baby is yet? We don't know if Kenya called. We don't know if she didn't call. Sanya said she didn't. Kenya said she did. Sanya has the phone. So there's that. But one thing that she was true about is Sanya looks fantastic, right? But why does Sanya and Marlo need Kenya's acceptance, her approval, or things like that? It seems like they always want that for her. Because, see, Sanya could have dealt with that differently. She didn't have to bring that up. And I'm so glad Kenya had sense enough to say she was going to adopt. Because that would have been a very stupid thing for her to try to have another baby, an embryo, with Mark Daly. Thank God. Kenya wouldn't have remembered Sanya telling Marlo that because, remember, Kenya was in the room that Marlo was kicking the door. So, no, Kenya, you would not have known. But they played it back, so it was said. Not Sheree having a question for Candy, and it's probably the same question that everybody has for Candy. Why are you here? Like, I do agree that Candy did share a lot when she first came on the show, but here lately it seems like she's been really busy and all we see is the business. Now that's just for real. And her saying that she has her Speak On It show because she's giving back to them what they've been giving to her, I don't think that's cool. Real talk, Sheree is real pretty. I mean, her face has settled. The swelling has gone down. And she looks really pretty with this ponytail. Do you agree with that? And congratulations to Candy with the Wiz on Broadway. That's phenomenal. Now, she does her thing. You got to give it to her for that. Now, I understand what Marlo is saying. Her nephew used to work at Candy's restaurant. And then there was a situation at Candy's restaurant. But Marlo, the situations are not together. Like, your nephew was not the one that was in the situation at the restaurant. This happened at his apartment. So you just mad that Candy didn't send you flowers because he worked at the restaurant? Candy probably had some other stuff she was worried about that was going on at the actual restaurant. I feel like you're reaching a little bit, Marlo. Drew, if you don't want nobody to say anything about your marriage, you need to keep your mouth closed. You didn't have a dog in that fight. But you want to speak up, and then when Marlo says, worry about your marriage, now you want to tell people don't talk about it. Keep your mouth closed. This has nothing to do with you, ma'am. Y'all, Ralph is coming out after this commercial, so take a minute, get you something to drink, take a couple of deep breaths, because I know this is going to be the gaslight of the century. get yourself together. This Drew and Ralph out here on these couches is a lot. What I can't with is someone not talking to me. And I knew he was about to lie. I'm glad they fixed that up because he was about to lie because I know they're not in the house talking. I can't even believe they still in the house together. Now this Black Magic Mike situation. Like, Drew said he was there for the Black Magic Mike. But Courtney said he was there on a tech conference. Do y'all remember that? So, what was going on? Wait. Who is Mimi? Who is Mimi? She said that you had a relationship with Mimi. We'll get back to that. But, okay. So, I think I'm happy to hear that Drew said that you've been playing in my face for 3 years. Because I really need Drew to understand that Courtney is definitely playing in your face. He done brought his alleged side chick on your platform and paraded her around as his cousin, as we find out that her cousin is your friend. And then for him to get on here and say, I love Drew. I don't think so. I don't even think you like her. Because when she told you and showed you that Courtney had called her out of her name and your response was, how did that offend me? That is not love for your wife. Like, I'm glad that Drew seems to have caught on, and clearly there are some things she's been going through that we don't know about. And I don't even need to know about them because what we know is enough. Lord, I do hope that this is not a game though. Because if Drew and Ralph stay together, I think I'm going to be off the Housewives. Especially if Drew is on the Housewives. Because I'm not going to be able to look at that no more. So Danny going around here telling people that Drew talking to Ty, her assistant. Like, Drew, you going to have to vet these people a little bit better. Because it has to be something about you. Because people around you, other than your sister, are not in your corner. Ralph was auditioning for Magic Mike. Oh my. So he's saying he was going to Vegas for a work trip, but he just happened to be auditioning for Magic Mike. Okay. And how are these women getting Drew's phone number to, like, who is sending Drew these photos from these women Ralph fooling with? This is crazy. Let me tell you something. This thing right here by him talking about these BJs around the world, he told her that so she could say that because he knows how erratic she can be and make herself look crazy on this TV. And you see how he's manipulating her. Drew, let me tell you something. If you don't leave this man alone, and you've been going through this since 2017 and knowing what's going on, and then you got all your tea out here on the TV and we all talking about it, I'm done. If it's not a divorce at the end of this year, I'm done. Andy, no, there cannot be a reconciliation. If Drew has been going through this since 2017, it is time for her to let this go, right? And clearly, it's a whole lot more than we even know about. Nor do I even want to know about, because this is too much, right? And although Ralph is despicable, he is like the worst piece of specimen on the planet, right? Just matter taking up room on earth. He's horrible. But I do agree with him about Josiah and his dad. He should not have adopted that child. If Josiah's father is truly trying to be in his life, Drew, you need to let that happen. The child needs to be with his father. Because clearly you about to leave Ralph so he need his daddy. Am I tripping? Child, this man don't care nothing about her. You sitting there talking about, I love my wife, but then you tell her you acting right now. I feel bad for Drew. My heart is breaking for her. She said she gave him her whole 30s, and he has hurt her in its entirety. It better not be no reconciliation. Kenya is on point talking to Ralph, right? But I feel like he's going one ear and out the other. Now, she did not tell him anything wrong. And stop telling Drew you love her, Ralph, because you do not. What did he get up for? Why are you over there messing with Drew? I can't with this song. Y'all, we got to talk about it.